Okay, seems like there's not going to be 50. Maybe all of you are sleeping. So I'll send a poll, okay? Let's see. Wait, how do you send polls here? Wait, the features are all changed. Hold up. Let me check how you can send a poll. Ayo, I can't send a poll. No. Do you all know how to send a poll here? Anybody? I need some leads. Or I'll send on WhatsApp and you all can vote there. And the people who are not here, okay, the admin is guiding me. Oh man, there is no poll in more. The features are changed. Okay, anyways, do you all have access to WhatsApp? I can send it on WhatsApp and we can see. And we can make the people who are not in the meeting go crazy because they might wonder what's going on, right? And we can get them to join also. See? Okay, anyways, I don't know if you'll have access to WhatsApp. I will send the polls on WhatsApp, then y'all can vote because I want to get an idea of in what state y'all are in, right? Wait, my camera is not being set up. So until then, go to WhatsApp, okay? I don't know in which device you are in. You can you put an option for me also to vote? I also want to vote. Yeah, I'm sending on WhatsApp. So you can go to WhatsApp, the group, the main group. I don't like this discrimination. What do you mean? I'm sending it on WhatsApp, okay? So I'm sending it on the group, the main group, the Elevate 25 pre O-level webinar, blah, blah, blah group. So let's see, okay? So I'll send the first one. So it's like a very chill session, okay? I know you all are like very stressed out now. You know, you all have so much to study. Some of you all are done studying the syllabus. Maybe you all have to study again. So this is like a stress relieving session. So I'll send a poll and I want you to vote at once, okay? Let's see. Okay, I sent the first one. Oh, wait. It's getting sent. Okay, so you can you don't know who I am. Wait, who is this? Is this one of my tutors? I don't know who is playing the fool here, but anyways. So yeah, you can vote now. Soon. It's on WhatsApp. Soon vote. Okay. I don't know if you all saw my forehead, but I hope you all did. Anyway, it's okay if you all saw it. It's just my forehead. Okay. Right. I'm ready. Are you all ready? Isn't there a third option for between? So what do you mean by between? Elaborate. Like you should either be ready, like so ready for your exam, okay, or you should not be ready at all. There is no in between. So almost done. Okay, very good. Okay. So that means you're confident. Almost done means it can be done in like another 50 more days left. So you can finish it. Okay. So don't worry about that. So almost done means done only. Okay. Yes, I'm ready to smash it. Okay. Here, tutors can't vote. Okay. What is this? Tutors also voting. That's how fun our staff is. Okay. Anyways. Right. So I'll dive in and I will start. Right. My board is visible, everything is ready. Right. Okay, so now if I were to start now, I send this poll just to understand in which state that you all are in. Right. I send more polls, okay? So it's gonna be a very interactive, fun session, right? Something that you all really, really need. Okay. So the main reason why I asked is some of y'all are actually ready. Okay. Y'all are ready, but y'all went for the option no. Okay. You know why y'all went for that option no? Not because y'all are not ready, but because y'all don't have enough confidence. Okay. Because y'all don't have enough confidence only, y'all went for that option. Right? So that's why I'm having this session just to bring your confidence back. And I can't do it entirely by myself, right? It's all in your hands. I'm just giving you the push, right? It's like I'm pushing you to a, not a well, like I'm making you, now it's like this. No, now if you talk about the exam, now if I'm actually talking about the exam, it's a marathon, right? It's not a race even, it's a marathon where all of you are running for 2 years now, right? 2 or 2.5 or whatever, right? So you're running this race for 2 years, right? Some of you have this habit where you're when O level started, when teachers say like, this will come for O levels, and first few chapters you're pattataro. Now let's say the most is in a straight line, friction, forces, all those lessons. Like when I took the poll for those science lessons also, I noticed one thing that those lessons you're very very thorough, right? But towards the end you solidify, you do this one problem, one mistake where you're like, I'm okay with the first few lessons, no, I'll just chill and do the rest, and you will just fall apart. It's a marathon where some of them, now let's say while you're someone in the first 1 year, right? In the first 1 year, you did your maybe your studies well, right? You would have got 80 plus, whatever, 90 plus. And then second year, what would have happened is you went to 40s or 50s or whatever. I mean, it's natural, okay? Because second year the paper gets hard. No, that's natural. But I'm saying because of your carelessness, this happens, right? People who don't study at all in the second year, right? So this is what generally happens. So in this gap when it's happening to you, there are some people in the first year, they would have been like, they would have got 40s, okay? And in the second year, they jump to 90s. So you see, it's a marathon, right? Just like how a marathon is, where you have to wait till the end. The end line is what matters, right? So there's this one saying that it's not over until you win, right? So you have to, from the beginning, you should be consistent. That's the challenge that you have, whether it's O level or A level. That's all it is about, right? What we don't have is consistency. We are not consistent, we are not determined, and we just think that, if I study for exams only, it is enough. No, right? You should be able to continue throughout. That's a challenge that comes with discipline, right? If you don't have the discipline, of course, finish, right? So that's why it's a marathon where you shouldn't stop. Now, there would have been some people in this meeting, okay, who would have given up already, right? Now, I'll send another poll, right? Let's see the votes for that, okay? I'll send another poll now. Give me a minute. I'm actually not having any notes. I don't have anything with me. I'm just giving you all what I have, my experience, and sharing with y'all to help y'all, right? So I don't know for how, I mean, it'll only go for 1 hour. It won't go more than that, right? So this 1 hour is going to change you. That's something I can guarantee. That's why I'm asking your friends also to join, right? So let's see how much I can help you in this 1 hour, right? Okay. So I'm going to set another poll. I did not put any emojis, okay? Usually I'm someone who puts emojis, right? I didn't put emojis for this because it's time consuming to select an emoji because I'm very choosy. So I'll just keep it like this, right? Let's see how many yeses are there. Okay, almost everyone no. Okay, that's pathetic. But it's okay. It's not practical, right? The reason why I sent this was to check how many of y'all are in that level, right? In a level that, y'all can do. So there's one yes. Awesome. Right. Okay. There is 12 no. Okay. Right. So I just want to get this thing on that, right? So it's actually, if I'm being honest, if I'm being very, very honest, if I'm being brutally honest, unless you have properly done the 2 years, right? If you're someone who are just starting, finishing 10 years in the next 15 days is something that is not practical, right? So now it's not the time that you work hard. It's not the time that you work hard, but you should work smart, right? So you should work smart, not hard. Okay. So how are you going to do this? Now 10 years is not practical. Why did I say now for all the subjects? Just imagine, right? You have 9 subjects. For all the 9 subjects, ஒரு வருஷமே உங்களுக்கு செய்யணும் உங்களுக்கு 10 வருஷம் செய்யணுமா you can't know it's not practical, right? So you have to, from these 9 subjects, the main subjects, let's talk about science, right? Science, maths. Okay, let's talk about these subjects with you: science, maths. Whether you're doing Sinhala or Tamil, I think Tamil is easier than Sinhala. I don't know. That's controversial. I don't know. But I'm saying like subjects like science, maths, maybe Sinhala, of course Sinhala, right? Tamil, I'm not sure because I do Tamil, but Tamil also I think it applies, right? And history, right? These subjects, you doing 10 years of past papers, I would say it's a must, right? Right. So, and even commerce, right? Commerce also 10 years for commerce. I think 5 years would be enough, but by now you would have seen some past paper. No, at least one glance you would have, like, you would have at least looked at your past paper book. No, like some questions your teachers would have done, right? It's not like you have never seen a paper before, right? So I would say for these subjects, okay, make sure that you do 10 past papers, 10 years of past papers. That means maybe from 2015 to 2024. You can write this down, okay? If you're someone who forgets, make sure you write this down. It's practical. You can finish this, right? You should make a practical plan. Okay, don't be like a greedy fellow try to do all the papers from all the subjects. It's not practical. It won't work. In the next 15 days, you can't do everything, right? That is the truth. In the next 15 days, you can't do everything, but you can do something, right? You can't do everything, but you can do something, and that something will change your result, right? Because if I were to tell you the truth, these days, right, in these last few days, close to your O levels, there will be some people who are in the level of 50s, right, and they get 9As. In my batch itself, I saw so many people. Like, to be honest, I worked from the beginning for O levels, right? I worked from the beginning for O levels, and I didn't get 9As, I got 8AB, right? I only got 8AB. Okay, and it's only for me because I worked from the beginning. I worked hard, right? But there were some people who didn't work much, but they got the same result. Like for all the term tests, I used to get really good marks. And I got this result. On the other hand, there were some people who used to get 50s, 60s for term tests, but for all of us, they got the same result as me. So see, that's where the hard work lies, right? That's exactly how much of it's a hard work. Now, like I said earlier, it's smart work. Okay, not hard. You have to work smart, right? Now, for these subjects, okay, these subjects, this is what you should do. 10 years of past papers is a must. For Sinhala especially, okay? Because I got a B for Sinhala, right? I did papers, but I don't know. Anyways, that's all gone. Okay, that's long time back. Okay, now for history, okay? This is many of us, it's our favorite subject, right? I mean, it's how many of you love history? Can you all send me in the chats? Because if not, I'm talking. Do you all love history? Can you all raise the hand, people who love history? Because I'm going to hate you all. Just kidding. Now, can you raise the hands who love history? Anybody? Wow, Farha loves history. Okay, Sarah. Okay, Rushdi. Oh, there's many of you who love history. Okay, that's quite fascinating. Okay, but I don't like history. That's the truth. Okay, I hate history. You know what I did? I only did past papers. Okay, I don't know head or tail properly about the kings also. Like when I went for the exam, I just did past papers. I did MCQs again and again. And you all might ask me now, everyone is saying, Miss, do past papers, do past papers. But how do I do past papers? That must be a question that you have. No, I'll clarify it to you now, right? Like World War, we hate kings. What? Like World War, hate the kings. Oh, yeah. Like World War, hate the kings, of course, right? Okay, so now everyone must be saying, do past papers, do that paper, do this paper, right? Now, there is a method actually of doing MCQs. Okay, this is something your maths seminar sir would have told because I saw his recording that part where he says this, right? I don't know, he told that for maths, I think, but this applies for all the subjects. I follow that for history, where it's not the time you go behind theory, okay? Do not go behind theory, okay? Don't go behind theory. I don't care if you have studied. I join now. Can you say what is 15? What do you mean? 15 days. Okay. Anyways, So now don't go behind theory, okay? Whether it's history or whatever, maths or whatever, it's not the time you go behind theory, okay? Take the past paper. Now I don't have past paper book next to me. Oh my god, it's in the other room. Anyways, I don't have past paper book next to me. Take your past papers and just start, okay? Because the hardest part about doing anything is starting. Okay, the starting is only very hard, but once you start, it goes in a flow, it goes in a rhythm. If you have noticed anything that you start, you're like, I can't do it, I can't start it. But once you start, it just goes in a flow, right? So same with this. Now take example. Now we'll say your favorite subject. Any of this series is history. Okay, history. If it's your favorite subject, you take history paper now, right? And then you start it. Start in the sense you start with MCQ, right? And you just go on answering the MCQ. Now let's say 2000, you start with 2000, the latest one, 2024. Okay, start, let's go backwards, right? 2024, then 23, 22, blah, 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 and 2015, right? Don't think of it as, oh, I have to do 10 years of paper. Just think, okay, I have to do one paper now today, right? You should make the plan for yourself. Do one paper. Let's say 2024, take the paper and then do MCQ, okay? MCQ, your time and it should be like a game. It actually becomes like a game, if I'm being honest, right? You take the MCQ paper, 40 minutes time, okay? Not more than 40 minutes. I know they give like 1 hour to do your MCQ, right? But you take 40 minutes and try to finish all the MCQs. Okay, sometimes you don't know head or tail about what the question is. Sometimes they will say Kashyapa is something, Nishankamala is something. You don't know anything, right? You just put some answer, okay? And then once you're done with the paper, you don't throw the paper and move on to the next one. You don't do that, right? You take the answer scheme after that, okay? After you answer the 40 minutes you have timed, okay? I hope you have copied this down, right? Right. So 40 minutes you will time first, do the paper, okay? Time and do, okay? And then for the thrill of it, you take your red pen and mark, okay? You take the red pen and mark all the questions. Most of it will be wrong, obviously, because you don't know anything about history, right? It's going to be wrong. Sometimes the worst case, I mean, you might get 1 over 40. Okay, this is the worst case scenario, right? I don't think I have got that, but it's very ugly. Anyways, we'll say you got this mark, right? What you're going to do is now the 39 wrong, no, 39 questions wrong, right? Now for these 39 questions, okay, you're going to go through each question and answer, right? The question and then the answer, okay? Sometimes in science you might have the biosphere question, something you know the answer, right? So from that you learn the theory. Now from that you learn the theory means you don't look at the answer and you don't go and take a textbook and learn the theory. No, right? From the question itself, see the answer. Sometimes it might sound like brand new to you, right? You don't even know what they're saying, but you understand that there is something going on there, right? You understand, right? And try to figure out the theory yourself from the questions. Okay, don't touch your textbook. Okay, do this for the entire 40 questions, and then what you're going to do is now after you do the question and you check the answer, right, you're going to do another one more thing, right? Give me a moment, give me 1 minute. Sorry about it. Right. Okay, so yeah, so now let's say now you have these 39 questions wrong, will you? Okay, so now you have these 39 questions wrong. What you're going to do is you're going to do now you got this wrong. You go through the question, okay, and then you see the answer. You try to match the question with the answer, Go right. So don't be worried about the marks. The first time marks is not the problem here, right? And then what you do is now you leave this. Now let's say this is history, right? You leave history, okay, and go and do science or something, right? Science or something. You do another MCQ paper, or maybe if you have to study a bit of theory, you do that and come back, okay, and attempt this, okay, right? And you attempt this paper again. And I can guarantee that you're not going to get 1 over 40 now. Okay, unless sometimes you might remember the answer but pretend like you forgot the answer. You try and see, right? This time you might get at least 25 out of 40. Don't try to memorize the answers, okay? Don't try to memorize the answers. Memorize the pattern behind it, okay? Because actually for history, what I did was, now I told I'm not very thorough with history theory, right? I try to make mnemonics, right? Now you have all this AI. I know back then we didn't have. Now back then, says I'm not very old, but at those times we did not have chat gpt, all of these AI apps, right? Now you can use all of these apps, find mnemonics. Now you don't have time to make mnemonics, right? You don't have time to make mnemonic songs and all of that. You don't have time to sit and create that because you have so many other things to study and so many other things to do. So try on chat gpt or something, ask for a mnemonic for this king, or this years, and this king. You can ask the AI to do it for you, right? You're using technology in the right way, right? So do that, and then try to match the theory, match the question with the answer, and try to find the logic behind the question, and try to do it that way, right? And then you will get 25 out of 40, let's say. Again, you don't stop here, right? Now you shouldn't be happy with being average. You should always try to be beyond average, because everybody around you would be average, or most of them would be above average. So you don't want to be stuck in a lower position now. So what we do is, now again you keep this. Now you don't keep this. Now once you see these marks, now see the rest of the 15. Right? Yes, the rest of the 15 questions, why you got wrong. Now the correct ones, don't worry. Correct ones, you know you got it correct now. So don't worry about the correct ones. Check the 15. This is very time consuming, I understand. But if you do this, I can guarantee you that you will go for an A, right? For whatever the subject. Now for history, I did this only, right? For history also, I did this. For maths, of course, I did the papers properly in classes, and that's how I was able to get an A, right? As for history, I did this method, right? So the remaining 15 questions, I went to the theory, and then I tried to. Now sometimes I can understand the logic behind these questions, okay? So that time I took the textbook after this. Now for this one, I didn't use the textbook. For first time, I can't go through textbook for all the 9 questions. No, it's not practical, right? Since it's 15 questions, sometimes if I can't understand the connections or why I got it wrong, then I will take the textbook. I will take the 2 fat textbooks for history, and then I will go through, right? Now, what is this connecting? How is that coming? How is this king doing that work and all of that? And I understood the why I got this 15 wrong. Okay. And then again, I did the paper after doing some other work. Now, let's say I did something in science. It's like, you have to be able to manage all the subjects, right? You can't be putting one day for one subject. That's not practical, right? You can't be putting all the subjects in one day either. I'll tell that in a while, right? So you take the textbook, and then you understand why you got this 15 wrong. Okay. And then after you do the other work, you come back again, okay? And then you do the question again, right? So when you do the questions again, you will obviously go above 30, right? 30 out of 40, or at least 40. Okay, there were times I even got 40, and it used to be so, it's very satisfying. Okay, it's like a game. It's like you're making a game out of it, right? You're taking the past papers and you're doing it as a game. So you can try this and tell me if it works, because it 100% works, but it's time consuming. You should have started this at least 2 months before, but now it's not late, right? If you do this, I can say now, because usually for O levels, the patterns for MCQ repeats. Okay, even for my year, there were so many MCQs that came exactly like the past paper. This is the way of doing past papers, right? Past papers are the key to your success, right? So keep the past paper book next to you. If you don't have past paper book now, at least go to Sarsavi and buy a book, right? Because some of you, I know, you already have the past paper book. You're using PDFs and all of that. You all don't use PDFs because you all get notifications that this, and you all get distracted, right? So make sure you have the hard copy. Get it from someone if you come by it, right? At least print it, okay? and get down the original marking scheme with the questions and do this method and tell me if it works. Okay, this is how you actually have to follow for MCQ, right? So as for the maths sir, okay, I went through his, I told you that I saw what he said, right? What he said was similar concept. Okay, for maths also you don't have MCQ in maths, no? So what you do is this, right? You do this one thing where you don't go through the theory. Okay, you do the questions in maths, because obviously you have done so many term tests, so it's not like you're lost or anything, right? You have done so many term tests, you have done that exam, this exam, so you do the questions, okay, and then you fail. Okay, fail in the sense don't fail the exam, but in those questions you don't know the answer, right? What you do is get the marking then and attempt it again. Okay, it's okay to fail at home than failing at O levels, right? So be okay in getting low marks at home. What you should do is once you fail or once you get a very low mark, you have to reattempt it. Okay, and then again try, and then again try until you get that whole question full marks. Okay, so that's how you do it for even essays, right? Essays also same concept for history essays. History essays, to be honest, I study the marking. Take the original marking. You have these essays now in history, go through the marking, because then you understand the flow of the people, the people who are marking the papers. You get their flow of marking, right? You understand, okay, these are the points that they actually give marks for. Same with science, same with commerce case study, very important, right? Case study practice as much as possible. The first 20 mark question, make sure you practice this a lot. Okay, my year case study was the hardest, so you have to know to manage the time. So next thing I'm going to talk about is time management. Now you have asked me some questions, I'll get back to it in the last 50 minutes maybe, right? I will get back to it. Okay, why has someone joined with my name? Okay, anyways, okay. So, right, I will now talk about time management. Now, this is how you do the questions, okay? MCQ, I told how you can do it. You have to make it a game, okay? Like, it actually gets satisfying. If you try this, you will know it becomes fun, okay? The more papers, you will want to do more papers, and you want to do it again, again, again. That way, you will be able to finish 10 years of papers for the subjects I told you, right? Now, when you talk about Arabic literature or English literature also, I think you have to do a lot of papers, because even that is even I think English literature you have to try to do at least 10 years of paper. Okay, so you can ask the English literature tutor about it. Okay, feel free to ask our tutors anything, any doubts that you have, contact them. They will reply back to you instantly, right? So they are there to help you only, and we are doing this to help you, right? Not for anything else, right? So now that's about the 10 years of papers. Now, of course, English language and all, do you have to do 10 years of paper, man? Tell me, you all are doing English, you are doing itself in English medium, right? You all don't have to do English language 10 years of paper. Even if you do like 5 papers a day before your English exam, if you're really good, you get an A, right? English language, Arabic literature and all, if you do 5 years of paper, it's enough. Right? What else? Islam also, I think 5 years is sufficient, right? So those subjects, you should understand which one is more important, which one is less important. Okay, you should be able to figure out your subjects, right? But the subjects I previously mentioned, for those you have to do 10 years of papers, right? Whether or not you like it. Don't run behind theory now. Now isn't the time to you go and take one page, one chapter. You will put a plan like this. Tomorrow morning I will start studying chapter 1 and chemical basis of life or whatever. I will be studying that first. And then that's all. You will only start that chapter, and after that I can't, right? That's what happens. Right? So don't even go and touch theory. Do the questions. From the questions, study the theory. Right? That's how you have to do the papers, right? Okay, so about time management, I will tell this one thing, right? So time management is very serious when it comes to your exam, right? For all the papers, you all have different way of, we have different way of managing time. Now, let's say it's a 3-hour paper, okay? So if it's a 3-hour paper and you have to answer, let's say for an example, and I'm just saying roughly, let's say you have to answer 4 essays and 4 MCQ, structured essays, right? So let's say 3 hours, you have to answer this much. Obviously 2 hours, right? 2 hours. Okay. So do you think and tell me, okay, if you're going to do you do this work? Okay, I want to ask you all right now, because you're just listening to me. I'll ask you a question. Let's say now the paper is like this. You have to answer 4 structured, 4 essays, and it's a 2-hour paper, right? How do you all answer the paper? Do you all answer it in the order of the questions? Can you tell me yes or no? Do you all usually answer in the order of the question? Like, I have to, like, you all are so OCD type that you all, go in the order of the paper. Do you all do that? Yes or no? Now, from the way I asked itself, you always get scared and say no only. I will do the easy ones first. Very good, Sarah. That's how you should be. Okay, Miss will this work for every subject. As far as I am concerned, it helped me in all the subjects. Maths, of course, I worked from the beginning. Commerce also, I worked from the beginning. I did papers in class, and along with that, I did this also. So it helped. For history, I did not have any support. I did this, and I got an A, right? So I can guarantee and tell you, if you do this, it works, right? If you don't do anything, only nothing works. So you have to do something, right? Yes, need to do everything at once. How? What are you? I mean, are you a robot? Okay, you can't do everything at once. Okay, yes, actually, I understand your point, Akhil. I understand what you said. You have to do everything at once. I got the idea. Okay, so like this, right? Now we say four structure, right? In this four structure, there'll be maybe you first, they will give you a reading time, but sometimes it doesn't apply for O levels, right? O levels, they don't care about reading time sometimes, but you take 5 minutes and go through maybe, now we'll only go through the structured essay, right? And even the essay you go through. Okay. Now, now let's say you go through all the questions. Now, structure, you have nothing to choose, right? So you have to do all four, right? But essay, you have to do choosing. Okay. So try to just go through from up and see like, okay, I will do the first question. Okay, I will do first question. I'm just giving roughly. Okay, first question I will do. They say there are 6 questions, and from that you have to choose 4. Okay. So now you have to choose 4. Okay, for me this is easy. This is easy. This is kind of like shape, but 6 is easy. Okay. This one, of course, I can't do, right? So then I have to choose between this. Okay. So now structure you have to obviously do no. So what I'm going to tell is, now let's say in this 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours means how many minutes? 2 hours means 120 minutes. No. Make sure you divide the 120 minutes by 8. Now 4 structured, 4 essays, right? No, wait, you can't divide like that. So structured essay is small, no. Let's say you have to take for each structured 50 minutes. 50 minutes times 4 is going to give you 60 minutes, no? So for structured, you need to allocate like this. Okay, you have to divide this at home and go. Okay, you have to be smart now. You can't go to the exam and think I will, during the exam, I'll prepare my time management and go. You will solve the paper for sure, right? At home itself, you have to understand how many minutes allocation for each subject. Okay, this is separate planning that you should do, right? Now, when you talk about essay, let's say now another 15. You can't 15 minutes, no? Usually, I think okay, I'll just put roughly. Okay, I'll just put 15 minutes, another 4 questions, then another 60 minutes. Okay, this is not actually how it works. Okay, for essay, you have to give more time. Usually, it's like 25 minutes or something, right? So, I'm just giving a rough idea. So, now at home, you will plan all of this and go. And next to each topic on your paper, now let's say you get the paper now, and you go to the questions and you select the question and start itself, right? You just select and now you're not sure. This one, of course, you won't choose. Then obviously, you'll do this, no? That's obvious, right? You know that. Now, if you say they only have to choose the question, don't choose the question from home and go. Okay, don't do that silly mistake. Go to the exam and choose the question. That's something you should do, right? Right. So now let's say now these are the questions that you have, right? What you do now is take the paper. Now let's say you have each paper. Now I don't have paper with me, but anyways, now let's say I have a paper now, and on each paper now let's say this is question number 1. Okay. Next to question number 1, write the time allocation. Now let's say your paper starts at 8 o'clock. Right. Next to question number 1, write something like in pencil 8 o'clock to 8:15. Okay. Oh, wait, you can't see, no? Okay, anyways, I wrote there. Yeah, 8 o'clock to 8:15. Right next to this. Okay. Okay. 8 o'clock to 8:15. Soon write. Okay, don't spend don't take your pencil sharpen and write down. Just take some pencil and write. Okay, and then second question you write 8:15 to 8 whatever 8:30. Okay, and then 8:30 to 8:45 something you write the time. Okay, allocation, right? So what you're going to do is you're not going to the order of the paper, but you're going to spend this many amount of time in that question, right? So when you understand, don't do the same one, right? Sometimes third question is easy for you, so you write the allocation for the time this way. I don't know if you understood what I'm saying. Do you all get my point? Okay, when you're reading the paper, you understand which is easy and which is not easy. Now, second question must be hard, no? The second structure. So now I write like this, and the second structure, if it's the hardest, I will keep it for the last. Now 8:30 to maybe 8:45. And then this one is 8:45 to 9. Okay, Mahima. Right? So I'm going in the way it's easy for me, and I'm soon put in the time. Okay, soon I'm going to put the time, and for essay also I'm going to put the time. Why I'm doing this is it's going to save you a lot of time. Okay, rather than you sometimes you'll be clueless. Okay, you will look at the watch and now you're not sure if you took 15 minutes or 30 minutes for the question. You don't know. Okay, so that's why when you write lines, it helps. So you can look at the watch and you can be like, okay, now it's 15 minutes. Now I have to move on to the next question. So now when the time is up, let's say 8:15, time's up. I don't care if you have only done half of the question or quarter, time is up. Leave that. Sometimes your heart will say, no, I want to finish this. I want to do this and then go. Sometimes your OCD will come in and tell, no, it looks very incomplete. There's only one more question. Do it and go. Don't do that. Okay. One more question or two more questions. Leave it. Go to the next easy question. Do that. Look at the time. 8:30 time's up. Stop it. Do it. And the people who are marking the paper, they don't care if you write, in pencil this time or they don't care. If you really care about what they think, then you erase this towards the end, right? So do this, put the time allocation for the essay also and start. Okay, that's how you answer the MCQ and the essay. It helps you a lot, okay, because more than you think. Because sometimes we look at the watch and we forget what time we started the question. Sometimes you think, you know what, maybe, sometimes your brain will tell different things when you're doing the paper. You will understand that on that day, right? I'm not scaring you, but that's the truth, right? So to avoid all of that, it's better you do the time allocation. This technique helps during your exam, right? Practice this at home. Don't make your exam be the first time that you practice this. Make sure that you do this at home and try for some papers and see. This helps. Okay. Right. So as you said, you'll have to do the easy ones. I already told that. And time management, this is how you manage the time and you will be able to complete the paper. Right. Sometimes there will be like one question or two questions where you will have to leave. Right. That's okay. You leave and go to the next question, and towards the end, you will have remaining time. Sometimes that lady who is collecting your paper, she might have forgotten to collect the paper. So that time you can soon come and answer the ones that you missed. So don't be very greedy for even 1 mark, but you should try to be greedy, but always be moderate. Okay. So this is how you actually answer the MCQs and essays. I already told that, right? And one girl or boy, I don't know who, but you all had texted me saying, what if I'm not ready and I don't have confidence, right? So this is the common problem that all of us have, right? You all are ready, but your mind says, I am not ready, I am not ready, right? Don't feed into what your mind says, right? Because your mind will tell the most negative things, right? You have to stop it and you should be able to be disciplined enough to understand and say, you know what, I'm ready, right? That is something that all of us have actually. Even I sometimes, think, did I do the right thing? Did I do that? Did I do this? But you shouldn't feed into that, right? If you get that thought, instantly stop and you work, right? Make your working, the way you study and everything, it should now you study, it should stop you from thinking all that, right? Now if you now say you're studying and you think negatively, will I pass? Stop it, right? Just maybe give yourself 5 minutes, okay, or 2 minutes. 5 minutes too much, okay, maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes, okay, and let your mind think. Okay, this is something my teacher said, my A-level teacher. He told me something like, if your mind negatively thinks something, okay, when you're studying or when that, your mind is like, it's actually called as a monkey mind for a reason, okay, because it will think the most negative things and the most weird things. Now, when you're going to study, you remember the most random things about a T-shirt that you lost or about something or the other. You will think, right? So to avoid that and to bring yourself back to focus, you let your mind just relax, right? Maybe you didn't. Maybe you're too burnt out, right? But burnt out doesn't happen all the time, okay? But most of us, we take that as an excuse and say, oh, I'm burnt out, that's why I can't study. No, you don't get burned out easily, right? To get burned out, you should have worked so much, right? So burned out is not a word, it's just an excuse, right? So let your mind think for 5 minutes if your mind is thinking of the stupidest things, okay? Let it think for like 5 minutes, and then you put a timer and you think, and then you come back to reality and do your work, right? So that's how you have to do that. And yeah, so this is one thing that I wanted to say. Another thing is your sleep. How many of you all have sleep issues? How many of y'all, can you raise the hands if y'all have sleep issues, waking up early or sleeping late issues? Because I also have that issue. If you notice, I'll be sending the most random messages on the group at around 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning, right? All the answers to the paper comes after handing over the paper. அதுல வேற பெருமை உங்களுக்கு. Actually, that happens. But that comes with you doing a lot of papers only, man. If you do a lot of papers, you will remember the answers. But if that happens, okay, I'll tell you what you should do after papers. Okay, so most of you have issues with sleep, right? So when it comes to sleeping, okay, I don't know how to help you out with sleep because even I have the same issue, right? So what I can say is you need only maximum of 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Regardless of what happens, give yourself this many hours of sleep, right? I don't know. I took now it's almost been 1 hour. No, I had to tell the active participants also no worries. Like we can take some time and do that, right? Sorry for the delay. I started late. Okay. Anyways, right. So 6 to 7 hours of sleep is needed, right? Regardless of what happens or regardless of what anyone says, because some people will tell you only need 3 to 4 hours of sleep. No, right? You need 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Your brain needs to develop, right? Your brain, because sometimes if you only take 3 to 4 hours of sleep, okay, your brain will not retain enough knowledge, right? It will not keep the knowledge that you're trying to keep, right? So 6 to 7 hours of sleep is mandatory. So what I would say is don't be a night owl. If you're a night owl now, it's time to transform into an early bird. Okay. I don't care what type, if you're working at night or anything, right? Whether you're a night owl or whatever, it's time that you become an early bird now, right? Okay, so you can put your hands down. I think all of you are raising and waiting. Your hands must be hurting now. Put your hands down, okay? Anyways, so if you're a night owl, it's time that you become an early bird now. And to do that, it might not take so much effort because I'll tell you why, right? This is also based on a real life story, right? This is also something my sir said. What he said was this, right? There was a girl, okay, who used to get straight A's. For A levels, she used to like be in the level of 3 A's. Okay, because A levels 3 subject, no? So she used to get 3 A's, like in all the term exams and all of that. But apparently she was a night owl. Okay. So she used to always study at night, and she used to pass papers a lot. So she was like a straight A girl. Okay. For some reason, even during a night before her exam, she decided to stay up and study. Okay. You know what would have happened? She went to the exam the next day and she slept at the exam. So she slept, and then what happens? She went from an A to an S. S or F, I don't know. Okay. She didn't do the paper now. So obviously, how is she going to get the marks, right? So you're not going to remember that you're not going to do the exam at night. You're going to do the exam in the morning. So practice and do the paper in the morning. Practice yourself. Put the timing. Okay. If your paper starts from 8 and finishes at 10, take the timetable. You have the timetable now. It's released now. Take the like dragon movie. Nalla padam paru. Okay. Yes. So 8 to 10 a.m. Right. So 8 to 10 a.m. is your exam time. Okay. So you do the paper, whatever subject, put it in this time and do. That way you get used to the rhythm. Okay. You get used to the timings as well. Managing timing is very important, I said. So do this and become a morning person. I don't know, somehow, right? If you all want to fix your sleeping schedule very, very badly, send me a personal text. I have a video, but only issue is it's in Sinhala, okay? I don't know if you'll understand Sinhala. It's my sir's video. I'll send it to you personally if you need, a way to figure it out. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about after exam. What you're doing, what you should do, and what you should not do. Okay. Now I'm not saying after exam where you go on trips and all. After each paper. Okay. After each paper, there are going to be you're going to have two kinds of friends. Okay. You're going to have two kinds of friends. I don't know what kind of friends you all have, but you're going to have two kinds of friends. Okay. One kind of friend is someone who is maybe a topper. Now both are toppers. Let's talk about both being toppers, right? Maybe you're this friend, okay, we don't know, right? So this one friend is going to, right, this one friend is going to be someone who discusses the answer after each paper because she wants self satisfaction. I'm sure you have one of these friends at school also, like after term exams they will soon come and they'll discuss answers and they'll make you also go mad. Sometimes your answer is correct but they tell the wrong answer and they're so confident about it. Sometimes you rethink your answer. Now you're like, oh my god, I didn't put that answer that they are saying, and turns out your answer is correct, right? So there are some people like that, right, who will discuss answers. Okay, there's another category of people, okay, who are very good. They won't discuss answers. They gatekeep answers. I mean, that's not good. Gatekeeping answers or questions or notes or whatever. That kind of people also not good. But if they don't discuss the answer, they're good people, right? So there are people who don't discuss answers also, right? So what I'm trying to say is you should be this person. It doesn't matter what kind of friends you have. You should be this person. Don't discuss the answers after each paper. If your friends discuss the answers, don't even reply. Just you tell bye guys and you go home. After the paper exam, you don't have to look at your friend's face and wait, go home. Go home and study for the next paper, because unlike A levels, during O levels, you don't have a gap, right? Usually one paper is today, tomorrow next paper. You don't have time to sit and chat. You can chat with your friends after your O level finish. Go on trips with them, do whatever, right? Now it's not time to say, you're my friend, I'm your friend. That's no time, right? So what you should do is, don't discuss the answers, right? If they discuss also, you just maybe don't listen. Close. There are some earbuds, or don't do that, right? if they discuss, I don't know, say something and just leave, right? Or just say bye and just go home and study for the next paper, right? Don't even think about friendship. If they want to cut you off, let them cut you off. You just study and you have to get 9 years. That's it, right? So you have to be that category of friends. Don't discuss answers, and don't even know. Sometimes in your WhatsApp and all, you will get these groups where people send you marking schemes. Okay. Sometimes, not sometimes, all the time the marking scheme is pachapoi. Okay. It's all lies. The teachers will just, some teachers, okay, not all, some teachers will release those marking scheme just for the fun of it. Okay. And they will, they'll just release the marking scheme for their satisfaction, like, see, I'm the best teacher, and they release the marking scheme, and they make the children also go mad. The children also will take the mark, take the paper, and they will mark and see they would have got 11 out of 40. And then next paper, not full upset. Now let's say next paper is Sinhala. Then imagine how you would have done to Sinhala. You think you're going to do good now after getting from, no, not maths. Let's say science. Astaghfirullah. No, let's go with Islam, right? I don't want to miss science. I don't know if the Islam tutor is here, but anyways, right? Let's say you got this for Islam, right? One of the easiest subjects, you got this for MCQ. Now, Sinhala is already hard, right? Now, after you saw these marks, you're going to be traumatized, and you're going to mess up Sinhala as well. Yeah, it happens. So don't ever check your marks after each paper. I don't care. Some people, you will sometimes, no, you won't even get the official marking at this during your exam. You won't get it. So don't, even if someone sends you the marking scheme, block them, right? Block them or mute them or do whatever, or leave the group if it's coming in a group, right? You don't even need to have WhatsApp during your O levels. If you really need it because of some reason, you can have it, but you don't need WhatsApp also. During O levels, try to go into full locked in mode. You don't need social media, nothing, right? No distractions. Just keep working, right? Work like a beast, and because it will pay off, right? Now, this 9 years that you get is going to carry you throughout life, actually. Although some people say it's after you do A levels, your A level result matters. True, that matters. But O level is the foundation, right? So people will judge you based on your O level result also, kind of, right? So make sure you don't check your MCQ after each paper. Don't discuss answers. Once Islam finishes, Islam is, don't say Islam is gone. You should practice Islam. But I'm saying that subject is gone for now. Keep your books in another room. Keep the paper the MCQ paper, everything in another room, and lock your cupboard or do something, or give it to your mother or something, right? And then you move to Sinhala mode, and then move to maths mode, and so on. You have to be able to run that marathon. Even there is a marathon. Until your 2 years ends, until your O level last day, the commerce day, it is a marathon that you're running, right? So make sure that you reach the end confidently in the same flow, right? Sometimes you will, break in middle, right? Sometimes you might feel like, I didn't do this paper well. Let's say maths or something, you screwed it up. Don't think about it. Just move on, right? Just keep it aside, because if you put your mental health to that level, your next papers will be affected, right? So your mindset is very important. Now, since someone asked me about confidence, it comes from within. I can't help you bring confidence, right? You should be able to understand that you are made of something, and you have to show the people who told you that you can't, that you can do it, right? Because this is your exam where you can actually get good marks and make some people understand that you are made of something, right? Because right now people think you're nothing, right? So you have to prove them wrong. So this exam will help you target those people, but you shouldn't be doing for them mostly. You should be doing for yourself, to prove yourself right, right? To know that, to show that you're made up of something, right? And you're made up of some kind of magic, right? Yeah, so that's what I want to say. And do not stress too much, right? Don't stress. This is just another exam. No, don't stress too much thinking, oh, there was one girl who texted me, she has heart issues. Why? Because she's stressed because of O levels. Now see how, to which extent it is going. So you don't have to have heart issues. Now imagine, okay, now she's having problems like this for O levels. Then imagine she gets into MBBS or some medicine degree or something. How is she going to survive, right? You should be mentally strong to go through something like this. Just studying and having intelligence is not enough, right? That's the truth. You have to be mentally strong to go through this phase, right? It's just a phase, right? After this, you're going to have A levels. A levels is another phase, and it's a larger phase. Compared to A levels, O levels is nothing. Okay, because O levels, by doing past paper, you can get 9 A's. Everyone gets 9 A's, right? I mean, not everyone. Most of them gets 9 A's, so it's easy to get. It's not very hard, right? Okay, so that's about telling about the techniques and everything. And also, I want to tell you, the recordings are still available, right? But one thing about recording is, now we did the sessions now, so most of y'all weren't able to join. I don't know for what reason y'all didn't join. Y'all were asking recordings or but recordings, there are around 400 plus viewers, 100 plus viewers. That is the other correlation, right? But y'all don't join live. Okay, so one thing I want to say about recordings is, it doesn't matter if it's my recording, Elevate recording, any other class recordings or whatever. Don't go behind recordings now. Don't sit and binge watch recordings like you're watching some Netflix series. Don't do that, right? Because now you don't have time to sit and watch recordings. Now what I said, do that. Do only past papers. And if you want, now sometimes the past papers, you can't really understand some questions. Even after seeing the textbook, you don't know what is that. That time what you can do is go to YouTube, okay, type the whatever the paper year, let's say 2025, not 25, no, you're being sorry, no? 23 or something, let's say question number 1, science or something, you don't know the way it is done, right? Type the whole question in YouTube, you will get some sir teaching that question. Or if you have your class tuition teachers teaching that to you, use that and try to figure out the answer. You can use YouTube, AI, everything in the right way at this moment. Don't misuse it, but use it well, right? So don't run behind recordings just for random things. Unless you don't know the theory at all or you really need to watch it, watch it. If not, don't go behind recordings. But by the way, the recordings are still there in YouTube. Only if you want it, watch. If not, don't watch it, right? Okay, so I think I told everything from my side, okay? And along with that, I also want to tell you one more thing, right? There's this one more thing that I want to tell you about Islam, right? Islam session, right? Islam session, science also, and accounting, I'm not sure. But these three subjects, I think for science, a girl had requested me to do geometric optics. I don't know how hard it is for y'all. Okay, I mean, it's kind of difficult for me to arrange a session because there's so much of projects going on with Elevate, alhamdulillah. But because of that reason, it's a bit hard to arrange a session. But I will try my best now because one person requested, I can't really say no, right? So somehow I'll try to arrange a session for that. Okay, I don't know how many of you all will join, right? And I don't really know, but I would prefer if there's a larger crowd, then I can teach this well, right? And for Islam also, Miss Hamna said, because someone was, asking me by force, like holding me at gunpoint and asking me, she wants Miss Hamna, he or she wants Miss Hamna itself to teach. Okay, so I asked her. She also said she will do. This will be on Tuesday. Okay, this coming Tuesday she will do a session for something. Okay, again, it's even that is done for free, right? Accounting also, the tutor was asking me, saying she wants to put another session. I will let you know. Okay, this I don't know. I can't really tell you. Okay, because she wasn't sure. She's a bit busy, right? So I can't really tell you for this. But Islam and science also I'm not sure, but I will try to arrange it. But Islam for sure, we're having this coming Tuesday, right? Okay, so that's all from my side. You all have anything to ask? There's actually more. I have to announce the active participants, and there is a good recording. Okay, can you send that to me? Then I can say to the group, no, that is easier for me also. If there's a good recording, because I don't mind promoting any other teacher as well, because as long as I'm here to help you, right? So Umar, send me the recording to my number if you have my number. If not, send it to one of the Elevate admins, and they will send it on the group. Then that way it will benefit a lot of people, right? For Tamil, I'm not sure if she can do Tamil. She's very, very, very busy. So it's like this. I can't take everyone's request, right? And I'm really sorry about it, because this is the end of the webinar series. That's it. This is just extra sessions based on common requests, right? Even accounting, I'm not sure, but I will let you know on all of this, right? On the group. So stay in the group. Don't leave. Now, just after oral finish, I see most of you all will leave and you all will forget us also. That's how it is. That's how people are. No, that's the nature, right? So after helping so much, you all forget us, say tata bye, and you all will go. But you all can remain in the group because we're here to help. And there is also another plan, actually. Another plan. I don't know how effective it is going to be for you all, right? She don't tell to me about the Tamil session. Okay, I will ask her and see then, okay? Let's see, inshallah, right? But issue is this, from February 1st, the first week of February, you all have popular teachers classes, right? You all have really good teachers classes, and I don't want to disrupt that. That's why I'm ending the webinar today, just so you all can go to the seminars that you all have paid for, right? So that's the reason I'm hoping to wind up with today's session, and I'm going to put additional sessions maybe at night, because evening, morning time we have those sessions. No, I mean the webinars. So let's sorry, seminars. I'll let you all know on that, right? Okay, so I told you everything that I had to say, but there is one more thing, right? That I have to say about a study plan, right? Now, from what I've said to y'all, try to make your own study plan for the 15 days, right? Now, I have made one for science just so you can get an idea, right? In science, I have included the theory, okay? Theory, the entire theory. Me and the chemistry tutor, Miss Nilasha, we got together and did this plan, right? But for some reason, we actually divided the theory, because science theory is kind of important, right? So make sure you do this theory thing along with the past papers. Past papers come first. Make sure you cover the theory. We have properly, based on how hard it is for you, easy for you, we have properly divided it, okay, into, like how much, how do you say, into chunks that you can eat, like how much you can eat. Don't eat the book, but I'm trying to say in like the figurative, right? So like how much you can consume, right? So we have divided to easy chunks, like chemistry, physics, biology. We have properly divided, and I'm going to show you the plan now, right? Same way you can do that for the other subjects, okay? But don't run behind theory now, right? It's not practical. For science, going behind theory is no harm, but along with that, you have to work with past papers, right? Past papers are compulsory. So I'll show you the plan now, and I will send it on the group as well, right? So make sure you make a similar plan for all the subjects, right? Past paper plan, right? Theory is not very important, but of course, with past paper, you obviously cover theory now. So that's why it's not very important. I said it's not like you neglect theory completely, but through the past papers, you try to do this as much as possible, right? So let me show you a grand reveal of our hard working, give me a moment till I share it. Y'all are mad, no? Like when I'm teaching you towards the end, y'all won't wait. Y'all will leave. But since I'm talking and yapping about, exam tips and all, y'all are staying. Very unfair. Okay, wait, I will share it. You can see the plan, right? So this is like a very short plan that we made. So if you can see now properly, if you can see here, wait, let me zoom it. Okay. Wait, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you all hear me? You can hear me, right? Yes. Reply, reply. You have sent me so many questions. I will answer all of them. But can you reply if you can hear me? But you can hear me, right? Yes. Okay. Right. Now here I have now C means chemistry, P means physics, B means bio, and these white boxes generally mean grade 10, right? And these blue boxes means grade 11, because sometimes you might wonder what is this, right? So this is how we divided, right? For bio and everything, we have properly divided, right? So here you can properly allocate. Now this, you can make a similar plan for this for all the subjects, right? Now here 17th is your exam, right? It's starting on the 17th. So you're kind of finishing your syllabus by the 14th itself. The science syllabus only. right? So just imagine if you make a similar plan for the other subjects also, you can cover the entire syllabus. I'll send this to you on WhatsApp. Once the session finishes, you can print it and paste it on your wall. And once you're done with each part, now let's say chemistry, you finish this 3.1. 3.1 is short. Now you, if you take a textbook, now if you're wondering what 3.1 is, it's chapter 3 of grade 10, the first part, the first subtopic, second subtopic, third subtopic, fourth one, and seventh one, and so on, right? Chapter 2, obviously, you know what that is. Chapter 2 of grade 10. And this blue is grade 11, right? I will send properly. That way, when you print this, okay, you can have this with you. And these are non-negotiables, meaning you have to do this, right? Along with covering that, put some timing and try to do all of this and tick it or cross it, just cut it off. That way you feel satisfied. Always try to make this your preparation as a game, right? Because most of you love games, right? You love gaming, you love playing, right? So try to make it interesting for you. That way it will not be boring, right? Your studying will not be boring. It will be so fun. Okay. So try to cut one by one. When you're done with it, try to cut all of it. Like, make sure your goal should be by the end of 14th, you're done with everything. There's all crosses, all cuts, right? Same with this, right? And for some reason, after you study the lessons or go through, you might feel like I'm still not thorough with whatever biosphere or something. You're not thorough. If you're not thorough, what you should do, you should write here. I should revise this again. Maybe a day before exam, I have to just go through it again. So these are those topics where you have to study it a day before exam. Okay. And these are non-negotiables, meaning follow the same order, right? 2020 to 2024. I told you method to do the MCQs now. So do it in that method and cross it off fully. Okay, this is how, like, you follow this method, and then again do the second one, and then the third one. Like that, you try to go in the same order and complete as much as you can. Okay, sometimes you will not be able to complete everything because you're a human. That's okay, right? Because sometimes you will only do this, you won't do any other subject. Okay, that is also important, right? It's not like you only have science left to do. No, you have other subjects also, right? So make sure you balance it. Now this is only for science I have made, because I can't go through Sinhala syllabus and try to give you a Sinhala plan, because I don't remember Sinhala, I mean the content, right? You should be able to make a similar plan for this. Maybe on this, it's no, if you add to this, it'll be very ugly. So try to make, now don't sit there and make a plan. You can ask ChatGPT AI to make a plan for you. That is also there. You have that option. Or you can just properly divide and make a plan. But make sure that one day you're a human. You can't study all 9 subjects. You're human now. And at the same time, you can't also, now we'll say in one day you can study all subjects, and also one day don't take only science, don't take only one subject, right? Put, maybe I would say 3 subjects. Now science also, this is not a whole lot of thing of this, and maybe you will do MCQ timed, and maybe you will do maths 1 paper, maybe another Sinhala, something else, and then another day you do another 3 subjects. 3 subjects is good enough, right? Maybe 2 subjects you will do a lot, the other subject you're doing a little, something like that. Make a good plan for 14 days or 15 days, right? And keep 16 to study for Islam. Islam is the first, no? So make sure you keep that day to study Islam. And then, before each subject, let's say the other day is maths, right? Make sure on the Islam, after you go home, you study only maths. Don't go and take Sinhala or commerce and study that, okay? Whatever you have the next day, previous day, you should study that, okay? So that's how you should be doing it. Okay, this is the entire plan for that. I will send this to you once the meeting finishes. Okay. Do you have any questions now? Because now my mouth is hurting. Can you all ask me if you have, if you have any questions, you can ask me. You have so many questions that I can see that. I will answer them now. Okay. But also note that I will be, after this, I will be showing a video, and I will also telling you the active participants, and I have a small plan prepared for you. That also I'll be sharing it. Okay, so these are the 3 things that we have left. So let's see, right? And if you can talk, okay, you can vent, you can unmute and talk, because this session is open for talking, right? Put everything out, whatever you all have. Sometimes I will get traumatized, but it's okay, right? I don't have an exam to study for now, so I'll be traumatized and I'll wait. So you can just put out everything. I'm there to listen, okay? Yes, I'm sending this plan on the group, so don't worry. This is for you all only that I made. It's not for anyone else. So I'll send it to you once the session finishes. Complete all essay theory like blah, blah, blah in the next 5 days. Then only maths. Yes, that also works. That also helps. So you can follow this plan, what Akil has said. Akil. Okay, what should we do the day before exam? Like, should we do past papers or what? Good question, right? You should do past papers before the day before exams. Don't touch theory. Do past paper, right? Like time and do past paper. Day before exam also past paper. Now it's not time to think about theory textbook. No, past papers only. From past papers you study theory, right? From past papers only you can identify which area you're weak in, which area you're strong in. The weak areas you can work on using the theory, right? So past papers, past paper, past paper. I won't say anything else, right? Can you all show a blank layout of the calendar without the lessons? Yes, sure, I can do that. Yes, that works. I can help that. Also, what are those empty boxes? Actually, empty boxes are because we have nothing to put there, it's empty. So that's why it's empty boxes, right? You can put anything you want in that. Right. So some of you have sent me, as per your experience, any tips to study Sinhala? Who is in my name now? Zainab Iflal. Some person is asking me doubts. Any tips to study Sinhala? I got a B for Sinhala, but I would say Vichara, work on Vichara. But you have a Sinhala teacher for a reason, right? Miss Shashikala, she is my teacher. So you can always text her and ask, okay? She will help you. She's always happy to help you. She was so happy that you all were very engaging, the people who joined, okay? So you can ask her, but I would say you're asking the wrong person, but I would say work on Vichara and that there's some 20 questions, no, 20 short questions. Work on that and try to get full marks in that. Okay, but work on Vicharas. Vichara is very, very important. See, someone in first shy, they have slept at the science exam and went from an A to S. See, that happens, right? See, one person is saying they have experience with that. So that's why saying sleep is very important, right? Sleep on time and wake on time, right? Okay. Oh, you miss me? I didn't still go. I'm alive, right? You can text me anytime, so don't worry. What can I do for English? I always get A. Sometimes I feel too confident. Okay. So English, you feel too confident. Okay. English, nothing. No, English, you should just know the format, right? Just know the letter format, essay format, that format, this format, and go for the exam. You'll get an A. That's for sure. Because you're using English to study other subjects, no? And go through all of those grammar parts. Again, text the English teacher for that. I can't really give subject-wise tips for you all. If you all feel too confident, don't be too confident, right? Because sometimes overconfidence kills, right? And if you know what that means, right? Can you give us a timetable? That's why I gave a science timetable for other subjects. I'm really sorry I can't give it. Knock off easy ones first and then move to hard ones. Yes, the questions, that's exactly how you should work, right? The easy ones come first and then comes the hard ones, right? I got 3A, 3B, 2C, S in my first shy. Yes, first shy, if you got that result, then if you're doing a second shy, obviously you can go for a 3A. So work hard, okay? No matter what state you are in, that doesn't matter. Now, whatever state you are in 15 days, you can change your fate. Right? I'm not making you feel delusional. I wouldn't say this for A level students, by the way. A level, you can't do that. Even in your dreams, you can't do that for A levels. O levels, it's in 6 months, people who work. I mean, I work from the beginning, but 6 months I worked harder, right? There were some people who worked 3 months before O levels, right? And they got good result. So don't worry about it. And for people who sleep too much, send me a text. I'll send you that video. Watch the video and work hard. Okay. Morning hard to study. Morning, I don't know, somehow study because morning only you're doing the paper. It's not easy to sleep and care about health when you're scared of failing, right? I mean, that makes sense, right? But if you're scared, now it's not easy to sleep and care about health. Wait, that doesn't make sense now. When I first read it, it made sense. Now it doesn't make sense, right? If you're scared of failing, that's again in your head. No, it's a mental health issue, to be honest. Like, if I'm being straight, right, that's in your mind, right? Try to sleep somehow and get the 6 hours of sleep that you need, because if not, it's going to affect your studies. It will show up in your result, right? So sleep is very, very important. So don't even think of don't oversleep also, right? Don't oversleep and do not take very less sleep as well, right? Yes, exactly. My name is not Zainab Hifal. My name is Zainab Iflal. Okay, whoever who has put my name in your whatever, right? Someone is Akil is very experienced. I see he's giving you tips to study. So take those tips, guys. Right. So I cleared almost all of your doubts. Right. So now I will go. Oh wait, what? Your name is okay. Okay, I have a twin. Okay, I have a twin. Her name is Zainab Hifa. Isn't that nice? So her name is Zainab Hifa and she's from Beruala. And I am Zainab Iflal. Okay, right. I know I wrote that, but nice to meet you, twin. Okay, anyways, right. It's a coincidence. I was really upset. Why has someone put my name in the wrong spelling? But it's nice to have you here. Right. So I'll show now. I have another plan. I'll tell you the plan and then let's jump into the video. And then let's go into the last part of the guidance session, which is the active participants. Okay. So now I have two plans. Okay. This is the plan for you all. So now there are two categories of students here, right? One is 2025 O-level people and 2026 O-level people. There are two sets of people here, right? If I'm not wrong. So this 2025 O-level are the ones who are sitting in February and the other one is sitting in December, right? So now for these people, I have a small plan to help you all until O-levels. Now you all are missing me, no, not for that. Actually, this plan was made quite some time. I mean, I think few days back we made this plan. The tutors came together and we made the plan, but only issue is we don't have this for all the subjects, okay? So this plan is actually, we are not doing it for free. It's actually a paid program, okay? It not a huge charge. We're doing it because I know if we do it for free, you will take for granted. No, so for that reason only we're charging. It's not a we're not going to charge like 1,000, 3,000 or whatever. Right until your exam, right? I think I don't know. I haven't still decided. I think they decided the tutors. All of us we got together. We decided. I think 500, 750 until your exam. That means until the 17th or until the end of your exams. Until the commerce paper, right? We are doing this one thing, okay? This is a thing. It comes like this. Now you all will have some papers, past papers and all, right? Now some people you all are just starting to do past papers and you all don't have time to mark the papers, right? Now because you all have time to mark papers, you all be like, oh miss, I don't have time to mark papers and I don't know where I'm getting wrong, all of that, right? So what we're going to do is you can scan the paper and send it to us, okay? Scan. Now you will do the paper, time it, do it, because time you're doing is your work. No, I can't do that for you. No, you will time the paper and do the paper, right? Time, do the papers, send pictures of the paper. It can be past papers, it can be model papers, support seminar papers, Western Province papers, any papers, school term test, but don't do school term test papers now, right? Stick to past papers only for now, right? You can do past papers, scan, okay? Do it just like you're going to do in the O levels, scan and send to us. What we will do is we will mark your papers, right? We will mark your papers and give you the marks plus the reviews, meaning the feedback on where you can improve, like which chapters you can improve on and how to improve, and also give you recordings. We will record the parts that are hard for you. Now, let's say in that paper, we will record a whole session for you and we will send it to you. So you have to sit and watch the recording and understand where you're going wrong, right? So this, like it doesn't matter how many papers you send us, we will mark and send it to you on time, right? Depends on the availability as well. So it will just be until your exams. As support, we are doing this, right? So you can, for the subjects, maths, science, commerce, Islam and ICT, right? So for these subjects, okay, only these subjects we're doing this, right? So this is as support for you, just to help you, we're doing this, right? So if you're interested, okay, send text and we can start this program, because the reason, actually again I'm repeating, okay, because we are ready to do it for free, but we know what will happen if we do it for free again, because you should see, okay, every morning I wake up and I am thinking like how many students will join today. I'm so upset and I don't even know, like sometimes our teachers are very qualified, right? So they can't wait around till kids join. For some reason, you all only watch recordings. You all don't join physically. I don't know why. So every morning I wake up and I'm like traumatized. I'm like, wondering if these buggers will join today, right? So I don't want that here. So it's going to be a paid program for probably 500 to 750 somewhere, right? Per subject, right? So we will do this, right? Like it doesn't matter how many papers you do. Even if you do 10, 15 papers and send us, we will mark and send you the review along with the recording, so you can watch it and improve. And you can ask us the feedbacks. We'll help you, right? Apart from this, for free, we are helping you all. You can text us and, as voicemails, we will help you all. Apart from this, right? Apart from this, webinar students, you can text us your doubts. And I have, even nowadays, people are sending me doubts. So I would have sent you all voice notes and I would have replied. For some of you, I couldn't reply. I'll reply today, right? So this is the 2025 A-level people. So O-level people, not A-level, O-level people, right? As for 2026 O-level, the ones who are doing in December, we have another plan for you, which is the Express Revision Program. It's a crash course, okay? Again, for the same subjects I mentioned, which is science, maths, commerce, ICT, and Islam, right? Express Revision is a crash course, right? What do you mean by crash course? for you buggers who like 2 years, some of you would have wasted your 2 years right now. You'll have few more months left. 2026 people, your exams are in December, right? So for y'all, I don't know if y'all have cousins, relatives, juniors. If you're at 2025, y'all would have someone, right? If they want help, please let them know about this, right? This express revision is going to be a crash course. I'm not like I'm telling this to help y'all, right? So it's going to be like a 6 months program where I will be covering the 2 year syllabus. Okay, if I'm being straightforward, it's about this. The tools will be delivered to you, and we will do an awesome work with this, right? Theory, paper, both covered. We do an excellent work on this, right? So this is what is going to happen for 2026 people. Yeah, so that's about that, right? So all of those details will be sent on the group again, so don't worry much. 2025 people, you know your plan, right? So yeah, so that's it about those. So next up, I'm going to show a video just to bring your motivational spirit back. Okay, this video should be now this video shouldn't be helping you to wake up tomorrow morning and study, and day after tomorrow and all, feeling burnt out, worried, upset. No, this video that I'm going to show you, it's actually a YouTube video, but it has helped me during my O levels. So I'm showing it to you, okay, so that it will give you a push to keep going until your O-levels, right? So don't worry, don't stress, okay, always pray, keep praying, okay. And this is something that Islam tutor wanted me to tell you all, okay. Keep making dua, keep praying, right? Always trust in your Lord, do the best, don't worry, right? Do your best and leave the rest in your Lord, right? Because some things are not in your control. No, after you write the paper, sometimes your answers might haunt you in your dreams, right? Again, that's not in your hands to control, right? Just leave it. Okay, if you finish the paper, don't think about it, forget it, right? Okay, so I'll show you the video, and this should give you the push to keep going, right? So let's see. And also, guys, you can always text the tutors. Text me if you have anything, right? Not just science. If you all have, because last year also there were some people who used to text me with their confidence issue and all of that. I try to help them as much as possible. It's not like I'm going to see and I'm going to judge you. No, I'm the last person to judge you, right? So don't even be scared to text me. I mean, I have even got students insulting me, and I just take it chill because I'm a chill girl. But yeah, just kidding. Sometimes I get hurt, but I'm like, it's okay. It's just kids after all who are still having developing brains. So I don't mind, right? Okay, so let me just go with this, right? I'll go with the video. It's a good video actually. Now don't now just because I'm showing you a video, it doesn't mean you sit and watch motivational videos, because I also did that. Okay, I used to watch motivational videos a lot. Okay, I used to watch motivational videos a lot, and if I'm being very honest, it never I used to only get motivated in one day. Sometimes the motivation that you need is lying within you. You watching motivational videos is not going to change anything, right? So don't sit and watch so many motivational videos just to do nothing, right? First of all, you keep your distractions aside. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, anything, keep it aside. If it's disturbing you, keep it away. Whoever, sometimes the disturbance or distraction can be a person, your friend or whoever. Keep them aside, right? Now is the time to go behind your friends or whoever, and ruin your life, right? Because this O level result can change you, okay, right? So give me a moment till I share the video. Will you mark the paper in a day? Yeah, possible, can mark the paper in a day. If it's a past paper, it's easy. I can mark it in a day. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about if you'll mark and all. We will mark and give. Don't worry. Before your O levels, we'll mark and we'll make sure that you're going in a wonderful spirit. Okay. Right. Motivation question wouldn't come in the exam paper. I agree. But your motivation, the importance of motivation. Sometimes I told at the beginning of this session, right? Sometimes people have straight A result because of their confidence. They get S. They get C because they doubt themselves, right? If you have motivation, and motivation is not something long term, you have to have confidence, right? Motivation is only very short term. Okay, why are you here? Somebody's fighting. No, don't fight, don't fight. That's actually a good question, right? You need motivation and confidence to keep going, right? Without that, you're nothing. Now you say you're not confident enough, it's not going to help you, right? So give me a moment till I share the video. It's just a very short video.
I hear the clock ticking, and time waits for no man. Life goes by, and it goes by quick. Don't waste those years. Don't waste them. Live them. I want you to be terrified of sitting on the sidelines and doing nothing. Waking up in 6 days or 6 weeks or 6 years or 60 years and being no closer to your goal. You've made no progress. That is the nightmare. That is what you really need to be afraid of, being stagnant. So, get up and go. That idea isn't going to execute itself. That book isn't going to write itself. Those weights out in the gym, they aren't going to move themselves. You have to do it, and you have to do it now. Don't wait anymore. Don't think anymore. Don't plan anymore. Don't contemplate anymore. Don't make any more excuses or justifications. Don't rationalize anything else. No. Take the risk. Take the gamble. Take the first step. Take action now. No complacency. No backing off. No slack whatsoever.
No more dreaming. Dreaming is over. I need specifics. What are you doing on Monday? What are you doing on Tuesday? What are you doing on Wednesday? You need to be very specific. It's time to put your pieces together of your puzzle. You need to be in a big damn hurry. Time is running out on you. There's 86,400 seconds in a day. The separator between me and you and people that win and lose is what we do with those seconds. And you're too slow, you're too casual, you think too much. You need to get in a hurry because there's an end to your life and it's coming sooner than you think. It goes by in a flicker and at some point it's gonna be over.
And we want to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to start living life with a sense of urgency and using what we've got, using ourselves up, sharing what we brought into the universe to share. Because if we don't, nobody else will. Stop wasting valuable time. If we begin to live our lives as if each day were our last, our lives will take on a whole new meaning.
When you die, when life is over for you, I don't want you to have one idea left in you. I don't want one dream left in you. When you die, I want you to go for broke. Every CD that you were supposed to do, every book you were supposed to write, I want you to get everything out your system.
We get one shot at this gig right here, life. So do not wait, go forward. No more waiting for the perfect moment, and no more indecision, and no more lies. Take the action. Get out of bed, get your feet on the ground, step forward. Give every day everything you've got. Every ounce of energy, every bead of sweat, every drop of blood until your last breath. And don't let another day slip by.
How did it feel? You might get that, how do you say, Veritanam energy now, but when you wake up tomorrow morning, that will be gone, right? So make sure it doesn't go like that, okay? So motivation is very temporary, but it's called as Ben Lionel Scott, the channel, right? But now don't go and watch those videos and wait, okay? I get that just so you get that vibe, you want to do it, right? That feeling should be there, but that feeling is very temporary. The motivation is temporary, but your discipline has to be permanent, right? Okay, so now I've spoken about everything that I wanted to say. If there is something, I will text on the WhatsApp channel, WhatsApp group. I'll always be in touch, right? Until your O levels, it's not like we are all gonna leave you and go away. No, right? This is done as a support to you, so we will stay until your O level, and you know that the paper marking thing that we're doing, that also along with that, you can just ask us doubts. We will clarify, right? Now I'm going to announce the active participants. I was actually preparing to do drum roll and all, and I wanted to do someone to like, what do you say? Give some, put some sound effects, but that person is gone, unfortunately, right? But it's okay. I'll just share the names and I will just make it, let's do it fun. in a fun way, right? I don't know if the people are there, right? If you're not there, you can send, now when I'm telling the names, what you can do is in the chats, you can say hi or something like that. And people, you can clap, you can clap and, react with the clapping thing, just so we can applaud them, because most of you were sleeping, no, you all didn't join, right? But these people, they came, they joined the session, they were interactive. So the teachers really loved how interactive they were. So that's why we are giving these virtual badges. I mean, I can't really afford to give you all a gift, so that's why a virtual badge. But as for the active participant of the series, I have something for you, right? So I'll tell that later, right? Okay. Let's go. Wait, let me share the screen first. So make sure you all, hype up, okay? Don't sleep and wait. Like, just even if your name is not there and you join, don't feel heartbroken, right? These are the people who are actively engaging, not everyone. If you all didn't talk, oh, you were waiting for this, right? Okay. And we'll be posting this on social media as well, right? So if your full names are not there, let me know personally. I'll add your full names as well. Uh, yeah. So, okay, first of all, before I start, how many of you all are confident? Well, I'll send a poll, okay? Vote in that video. We'll see how many of you are confident for this. I'm sending on WhatsApp, okay? How many of you? Let's see how many of you have confidence for this. If you all don't have confidence for this itself, then you think you will have confidence for the exam. Come on, let's see. So you should be very confident. If you join the session and you know that you spoke to the teachers well, then you should know that, okay, my name is somewhere, you know? Okay, so interesting. Okay. Okay, 5 people are saying me. Okay, let's see, let's see. Okay, so make sure, you all are all ready. Let's see who the active participant is. After this, I'll let you all go, okay? Don't worry. After this, you can go and study like you all were studying. Right. So who is the elevator of elevate 25? So elevator means not the lift, okay? Elevator means the person who is elevated, okay? If you know English, you know this, okay? So don't start to bully me with what is elevate, okay? Don't bully me, okay? Because I will cry. Anyway, so this is this. Let's see. Okay. I don't have the drum roll. I'm so sad. It's okay. She went. Fine, fine. It's okay. So this is for science, right? The people who joined science, Ahmed Milhan. If you're here, you can send hi, okay? Tejani, Bilal Bashir, Muaz, Sara Arus, and Ibrahim Zakaria. So this is a mix of all, okay? Physics, chemistry, and biology, right? I have given titles, if you see. The power player is actually the people who joined physics. Reaction starter, Ahmed Milhan. And that is for chemistry. And BioBeat are the people who joined bio. So you can say hi. You can feel like celebrity, celebrity moment now, and you can clap, guys. Let's move to the next. Okay. I'll be posting this. Okay, wait. It's not properly edited yet. This is just like a layout. I have to edit it, and I have to post it on Instagram and everywhere else. Right. For Singhala, we have Farha Fariz, Hamna Feroz, and Safina Shifan, and Umesh Sajid, the Sahitya stars. So you all better get the A for Sahitya, okay? And for Tamil, we have Shuraim and Umar, the Tamil Thalevas. Awesome, nice. And for business studies and accounting, business studies are equal because none of you all, I mean, you all joined, but you all had left. So we canceled the business studies session off. This is for accounting, right? Accounting Commerce Commander, Christine and Sarah Arus. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Okay. And for Arabic language, we have Al Fasiha. Al Fasiha means what? Do you all know? Do you have any idea? You can say in the chats if you all know what that means. And that is Hamna Feroz. And then it's actually weird, okay? Because when you're comparing, you get claps and all, right? Like you get the sound. So when I'm talking, it's like I'm just talking to the wall in front of me and the wall is clapping for me, but it's fine. We'll move on, right? And we have for health and physical education, what it is called, right? Which is Amira, Mastikar, and Harun, Hamdia, Huresh. So if your spellings are wrong, if your names are wrong, and if you're really concerned about it, you can text me and I will change it, okay? Before I post. And for ICT, we have one person, the digital architect, which is Abdullah Ansari. Okay. And here comes history, subject I love. Timeline, oops. Timeline, what? Oh, yeah. Tactician, yes. Timeline tactician. Even I don't know how to pronounce it. See how cool the names are. Amina Ahmad and Farid Fawaz. I saw Farid Fawaz in the meeting. You can raise your hand with you were raising the hand previously, right? Farid Fawaz was there, and the timeline tactician is Hamdia Huresh. I don't think she is there. But she was there in all the sessions, I noticed that, right? And for English language, we have the lexicon leaders, Altaf Amin, Hiba Noori, and Sarah Arus again. So by now, you would have noticed the repeating names are going to be the active participants, right? So let's see. And for Islam, we have the guidance seeker, which is Aisha R, and Hamdia Hureish and Hamna Feroz. And this is like both the sessions, right? Because boys session also at last girls only join. The boys are sleeping at home. They have other work to do, no home, household chores and all. So they won't join. So we had the two girls session actually because girl power. Okay. I'm not discriminating. I know there are boys here, but good job, right? For some reason, boys join my session, but other sessions you all don't join. I don't know why, but yeah, never mind. And there are more guidance seekers, which is Nuha Aslam, Shamina, I think it's Shamima, but anyways. And I don't know if it is Sanders or Sunders, Mazahir. It's a very cool name. Okay, all right. So these are the guidance seekers. And for English literature, we have Akil. I think there was another person for English literature, but there's only one put here. Let's see, right? For Arabic literature, we have Farha Fauzdin, Hamna Feroz, and Rashad and Rabiha Rushdi for other ambassadors. Actually, for English literature, there was another person I'll add it to the group. I'm sorry, the person would have been very unlucky that I forgot to include it here. But it's okay, let's see. Yeah, that's it, actually. So how do you all feel about being on the list? But wait, I have to announce the top three now. We'll announce the top three and I have a small thing for the top three as well, but I can't give it now. I will tell it now. Let's see, okay? Okay, someone is doing a drum roll there. Okay, right. So I'll show the top three now. I was actually thinking of doing a video for this, but I did not get time, and I feel sad now. I was going to do like the Kahoot one where you have the video. I couldn't do it. I didn't have time, but it's fine. I'll just share the flyer to you all. But it's okay. The top three they have something awaiting. Hopefully, let's see. Right. Right. Okay. Here you go. It's actually Hamdia Huresh. I don't know why, who has typed as, I did not make this. They have put as Hamdia, it's Hamdia Huresh, who is the ultimate elevator. And Hamna Feroz is the peak performer. I think all of your name spellings are wrong and I'm aware about it. I did not make this. And the Aero Achiever, the second runners up is Sarah Arus, right? And congratulations to all of you, right? And don't think I only gave girls because I'm a, girl fan. I'm a girl, not because of that, right? It was based on, it was actually put in an app to find out who it is based on all the active performers, right? It's not just about you joining the session. No, you have to be active as well, right? So it was based on the active performers itself. I put in the app, and these are the names that came. I did not favorize. I don't even know them personally, right? It's just them, and I know that your name spellings are wrong here. I will make sure that it is corrected before I post. Right. So apart from that, I have a thing. Now, what am I going to give for them? Can you all tell me what I should give for them now for joining? While others were sleeping, what should I give for them? Don't tell me iPad and all of that, okay? Because even I don't have iPad. What should I be giving for them? Give me an idea, like something small. Money. You give me money. Chocolates. Feminist. No, I'm not a feminist, okay? I'm not a feminist. I just, I did not do that. Free paper marking. Yes. Who is this brilliant, smart person? Actually, that's the plan. That is the plan. Yeah, elevate badge, but I will not, I can't post it to you. No, that's useless. You will anyways throw it in the dustbin, so I won't send that. The smart Umar has told me the plan. That's exactly the plan, right? So Hamdia is the first, right? Hamdia is the first. And second, I don't know if Hamdia is in the meeting. If Hamdia is one of your friends, you can tell her about it. And the second is who? I forgot. Let me check. Who is the second? Ah, Hamna, right? Hamna. Okay. And the third is Sarah. Sarah is there, no? I saw Sarah. Okay, Sarah, right? So three of you here, the top three, right? For Hamdia, we're doing the free paper thing, right? Where she can send me the paper for free. We'll mark it, we'll scan it and send it to her. She can send how many other papers she wants because she deserves it. She joined all sessions. She was active. She spoke to the teachers. Teachers were happy, and inshallah, she'll get 9 years for sure, right? And Hamna, you will get a 75% off, okay? Because I can't trust you, not because I can't trust you, okay? I trust you enough. But since there has to be a difference between first, second, third, right? For that reason, 70% off for the free paper thing. As for Sarah, it's going to be 50% off, right? If it's 75% off, I think I don't know, right? If it's going to be a very tiny amount actually, but it's fine, right? For Sarah, 50% off, right? So this is how that paper market thing is going to work. And apart from this, oops, for Hamdia, I'll also send something special, right? If you can tell me what I should give her, then it'll be nice. Maybe I'll give her something small. I'll send it to her, right? So if these people are your friends, Sarah is already there. Hamdia, if they're your friends, please let them know that they want this, right? And the others whose names are there, you all will be getting the badge. You'll get popularity because I'll be posting on social media. And yeah, I have to thank so many people. All of you here who are there till now, y'all are awesome, right? Y'all are going to get good results, inshallah. And I can guarantee, just because you all didn't get this top active thing, this is nothing. This is temporary, okay? Your results are permanent. So make sure you work hard for it and come and tell me the results because I'll be happy than ever, right? Because I want to hear people saying that, oh, miss, you helped me, and I'll be really happy. Not just me, even the other tutors, they're waiting to listen to those really nice words of yours, right? So make sure that you send your kind words. I'll send your feedback form right now, right? Say, okay, sending your feedbacks like where we can improve, if there are some things that we did wrong from our side and why you weren't able to join everything, you can put it here. And I will look into each one of your feedbacks and I will make sure that it is improved for the next students. I don't know if I have the mindset of doing it again for 2026 people because I had enough. I can't, okay? Like I had enough this time because of the participant count, to be honest. Right? So I don't know. Let's see. If based on your feedbacks, I will consider if I have to have 2026. If not, I won't. Apart from that, that's it. I have to thank the people who are doing our printing and delivery service and the person who provided their Zoom for us. And also the teachers who helped us so much, right? Because they are very busy and they're experienced as well. Apart from their busy schedule, coming and doing something like this is commendable, right? And most of all, I have to thank y'all because some of you have paid for some paid seminars. And you'll be texting me, Miss, how am I joining your seminar if I already paid for something? And I told them, join the paid seminar and watch my recordings. That's okay, right? But now don't watch recordings, okay? So anyways, I have to tell you all, may Allah bless you all and may you get the best result ever and may you elevate, right? And always make sure that you pass the word, okay, about these seminars and stuff to your sisters, siblings and everything. And you can always send me text messages. I'll always be available. What about a flower bouquet? I haven't got a flower bouquet. So you send me, okay? Success is a staircase. Yes, somebody, Umar is giving advices. Right, so you can leave now. Sorry for taking 1 hour actually extra. I hope you all had a wonderful time. You can always text me. I'm always there for you. And have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum. All the best. Right.